Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Journey of a Disability Warrior, the roads we've traveled. Today's guest is Benjamin Morgan. He is currently enrolled in the Access program at Mississippi State University, and today he joins me to share his personal story in hopes of inspiring others on a similar journey. All right, let's get started by having you tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Benjamin Morgan. I'm from Madison, Mississippi. I graduated in Colorado at a Front Range Christian high school, and I'm currently a junior in the Access program here at Mississippi State University.
What are some of your hobbies and interests?
My interest is to work in a preschool setting of non and that has a disability, and my I would like to have make meal plans, do their help them with their schoolwork, go to activities with them, and my hobbies are I like to listen to my music. I like country, and I I like going to football games, especially when it's cold, not as hot, but a little hot. And also, I like to read.
Tell me a little bit about your family and your friends and the people that you enjoy spending the most time with.
I have one older brother. He's and I have one mom that stays at home, and my dad works for Cisco Systems. And where he does a lot of WebEx stuff, and I have a dog. He's a Newfoundland poodle mix.
How did you learn about the Access program?
I learned about the Access program where we learned from a friend of ours that told us about Access, and then we look at their website, and then we apply, but I did not get in the first time. But the second time that I applied, I did get in, and I been loving Access and what they do to help students like me ever since I came here.
Tell me a little bit more about your experience since you've been there. What are some of the things that you're doing and enjoying?
So in Access, they have us do an internship, and I currently do my internship off campus where I could assist students with their schoolwork. It's an after school program called Miss Smith's Educational Services. And that just, I want to do something like that around my area study. Uh, my area study is child development. And what I have been doing is I've been last week I was doing preview day where I get to show potential students that can come here. I got to show them our room and show them around campus and what we do for the access program and how we could do involve better. So, and what I enjoy the company that Access provides students in the Access program. And um, I've been doing, I want to, so I'm doing Special Olympics, and I went to Orlando, Florida for the USA Games, where we competed in flag football, and we went home and we won a silver medal there. And it took a lot of training, a lot of commitment, and a lot of discipline to go where we went to over 3 months or 4 months now. And so, yeah.
That's impressive. Tell me a little bit more about that experience.
I've been doing Special Olympics since October 2020, and we have a unified team, and we play kickball, flag football, basketball, and some other sports. And the experience that I had going to Orlando is hanging out with friends. I like, and it was a lot of fun. We got to go to Walt Disney World, and we did uh, some of the rides, most of the rides, and I like how we came closer as a group while we were out there, and I feel like we have evolved from where we were before we went to Orlando. Like, I didn't know most of the GAs that is here. Know them, but I didn't really get to know them until I went to Orlando, Florida.
It sounds like a wonderful experience. Tell me a little bit about the organizations that you're involved with at MSU.
I compete in flag football. We every Thursday we have a game, a scrimmage game, mainly at 6 to 8. And in the spring, we might be doing basketball. Uh, and then it's where Unified Special Olympics is mainly a group. It's now a club, but we weren't a club or organization. It was mainly for access, but now since we became a group, it's for access and traditional students that can be a part of the Unified Special Olympics organization club stuff. And it's where we come together as a group to just have fun, relax, take mind off of assignments, classes, homework, and just to have fun and relax and talk and become more together as a group.
That's awesome. Tell me what a typical day looks like for you.
Go to one of the dining halls that we have here on campus, Perry Cafeteria. They have breakfast there, so I will go eat breakfast, and then I will go to my classes, and then I'll go to my internship, and then other days. So Access has like mentors so that can like help students, access students with what we need to learn and to improve. And so I have an hour meeting of those mentors.
Tell me a little bit more about your area of study at MSU.
My so I want to work after I graduate, I want to work in a preschool where I could assist students with schoolwork, point out the meals, going to activities, and maybe playing with them and having a lot of interactions with my customers, coworkers, and the kids that I will be teaching. And I want to have a full-time job as a teacher so I could be involved in that environment of that development of interests.
What has your experience been like on campus and in the Starkville community?
My experience on campus has been going to the games, the sports, the football, the MSU sport games that we have here on campus, and then I'll um go to my classes, and then I'll just go study somewhere in one of the buildings that we have on campus. And what I've been doing outside of campus is going out to eat, like going to the Ben 612. And I've been last year we went to Bulldog Bash where a music artist would come to sing, uh, and that was a lot of fun. And then another event that I went to is Cowboy Yell that was on campus, and it's mainly a pep rally before we before the game before the any sports game starts for the season.
What advice would you give to other students who are thinking about going to the Access program to encourage them or to help them get prepared with planning? What would you like to tell them?
I would like to tell them that if a student does not get in the first time, try it again. And when a student does come on campus, uh, just tell them at first, the first few weeks of school here on campus is tough. It's a different environment. There's a lot of changes being away from parents, getting used to the environment, and just being prepared of what the consequences is here on campus, and they'll have to go to classes when it's spring, so they have to be prepared for that. And if they have medication, I would just tell them to bring their medication if they're on medication. Anyway, I would just say it's a fun experience being in college. It's a really fun experience. You get to do a lot of stuff with other friends that you will make coming here.
Sounds like it's a wonderful experience, and I'm so glad that that you didn't give up and you did apply again. That's awesome, and that's great advice to, never stop trying and definitely to go for something that you really want. So yes, thank you so much for sharing that. Now take me back to your younger years when you were in school and tell me a little bit about what that experience was like. Middle school, high school, just in general, what was your school experience like?
I would I was a part of 2 of these spring mini schools that we had, though, in high school, and I would go to school when it's snowing in high school, and I had to get used to that because being from the South, we don't get much snow, we don't get much ice. So I had to get used to walking on ice when it's snowing.
Have any teachers that stand out that made an impact?
Did yeah, there was one teacher that were just helping me to never give up, to never give up, to try to go to college if you really want that. And I was a mem I was part in high school, I was part of a worship team, so and I had an internship at Chick-fil-A during high school where I was responsible for making the lemonade and diet lemonade and the milkshakes. And then sometimes we went to field trips.
You've already said what you enjoyed least about school, which was the weather when it was cold, but what did you enjoy most about school?
I enjoy being a part of the 2 spring musicals that I was a part of. I got closer to knowing the students that I graduated with. The people that are in my class of my high school class, I got used to, and we would hang out. Uh, some a member of a choir in high school.
What would you recommend in preparing a student who is getting ready to transition out of high school and into adulthood and making planning for their future? What advice would you give to that student that would help them?
I would just say be prepared of what's to come. Make wise decisions on the way. Keep your grades up. Don't skip class.
Do you recall a time in school, even recently, when you have spoken up for something that you needed, whether it's an accommodation or something that would help you? Can you recall a time that you advocated for yourself and your needs?
I have gained independence by pushing myself sometimes from the limit of what I need to do to achieve, to master a goal that I want to accomplish. If I'm sick, I'll make an appointment with the MSU Health Center here on campus, and I could just come in. Sometimes I would just come in to fill out a form, and then they would have me get tested for COVID if I need an appointment for a vaccine or to get tested. On campus, there's smart buses that you could that could that a student could take to classes, to their apartments, to their dorms, to go out to eat, to go to other events that might be outside of Mississippi State. And I would just yeah, I would just make a plan of how what I'm doing because I before I came to Mississippi State, I depend on my parents a lot, and I have developed myself to make decisions of what I need and versus what I want to have for myself.
What would you like people to know about your capabilities?
I can do as a person and as a student while I'm at college. I can set an appointment up. I can get up, set an alarm, push myself if I need to push myself to get up, and I can get ready. I can go to classes in the rain. I'm studying to be a teacher to help kids. I can do that. And I don't need, I can have somebody help, but I don't need that as to say, no, you can't do that because I can do what I'm doing and what I have been doing in college. And a person might say, well, you have a disability, so you can't do much or anything. No, that person's incorrect. I can do most of the stuff that I can do better than what a person can do or could do.
That's wonderful. Like, I think that's such a great message to have, that people need to be more understanding and accepting and not put limitations on people just based off of something that they may assume. So, thank you so much for sharing that. What are your hopes for the future, and where do you see yourself in the next 10, 15, 20 years?
I hope of applying for a preschool school setting after I graduate. And then after I graduate, I would see myself teaching kids